everybody, J.K. Calloway here, and we are going to jump into something we did quite a while ago as a Patreon exclusive, but Season 2's coming out, and I decided I want to chop up all of those full reactions and put them here on YouTube for everyone to enjoy. Heartstopper. It was one of those shows that completely took me off guard. I didn't know what it was, but it was suggested by you guys on a poll for me to do as a full season drop. I'm so glad I did because it was absolutely delightful, beautiful, awesome, all those things. We originally did it at our $10 level on Patreon, but because season 2's coming out and I want to put them on YouTube from now on, as we chop them up and put them on YouTube, we're going to drop them down to $5 level over on Patreon as well. So you don't have to sign up to be a $10 backer to see the full reactions for this show anymore. You can just do the $5 level. Of course, I would appreciate you doing $10, but you do what you want, obviously. But yeah, we'll be putting these out all this week. I'm going to be at my cabin, and that's why we're not putting anything else out. But I'm going to chop these up ahead of time, put them out this week. Yeah, August 1st will be our full season drop, which is Quarterback. That'll be a $10 level show. That'll be on Patreon only. But here on YouTube, we're chopping up Season 1 of Heartstopper, so you guys can let me know what you think. And of course, if you're so inclined, you want to see the full reactions, they will be on Patreon. And knocking down from 10 to 5, like I said. But, God, the show rules, and I'm so excited to see what Season 2 brings. We'll get to that when it comes out, but for now, enjoy Season 1. Hey everybody, J.K. Calloway here, jumping back into our July 2022 full season drop, Heartstopper. And we're on to the finale, Season 1 finale, Episode 8. It's called Boyfriend, which they haven't really made official yet. They've told a few people that they are seeing each other, but they haven't made that whole like we are boyfriends, you know what I mean? In fact, we saw Charlie have a flashback where he presumed that with Ben, and Ben smushed him down because Ben was a fucking user, and I'm glad he's hopefully gone. We'll see. But this finale could go so many ways. Like Nick and Charlie clearly care for each other deeply, and they trust each other. And the problem, like with a lot of relationships, and I gotta think it's even more so when you're young and on the spectrum of LGBT rather than, you know, a stupid breeder like me. But like, when you do get into a new relationship, it's a bubble, right? Like, yeah, you might hang out with some friends here and there, but you want to spend every waking moment together. And you're in a little bubble, and no one else is allowed inside. So, like, you know, it's seclusionary. Is that even a fucking word? It is now. Webster's, get at me. But you know what I mean, like, yeah, they're having a great time. They're getting to know each other. Same time, Nick getting to know himself. But you know, we see the consequences in the last episode that Charlie's kind of neglected Tao a bit, and Tao felt that shit, and you know, confronted Charlie about it. So gotta loosen it up. You know, you can't just shut out friends. You know, it's not like it's true for all relationships. Me and Siobhan and I, like, you know, I had a number of really good friends, and since then I really talked to one, and that's mostly by choice. Don't get me wrong, but it's part of the deal. Like, she had a couple, you know, she had a number of close friends, and she mainly just talks to one. You know what I mean? So, like, it happens, but with this, I'm just worried. You know, Nick is almost willingly giving up his friend group for good reason, because they're all pieces of shit. They're all homophobic. But, you know, he's gonna be on this island. It's not a good place to be. Having said that, this show has, totally flipped my expectations for what I thought it would be so far, in the sense that the kindness of the show warms my stupid, cynical heart, like, so much that, like, if they do some kind of horrifying cliffhanger, I'm gonna be kind of pissed off, because that's not what the show has been at all. It's been a shot of happiness right up my stupid aorta, just boom, and hey, it's been great, and I'm so excited to watch the end. I mean, the episode's called Boyfriend, so that gives me hope. I'm still worried about Ben, moderately worried about Harry, but he's just a fucking wise-ass jerk-off who thinks he needs to, push people down to bring himself up. He's that guy. Ben is legit dangerous, because I think he is at least bisexual, and he is not willing to admit that to himself. Which means, people like that often physically hurt others who could expose them. You know what I mean? Not that Charlie would, but in Ben's head he would. That scares me. Boyfriend, season 1 finale. I'm excited, man. And thank you for joining me for this $10 backers. You guys are awesome. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've already watched this. But go watch it again. I'm gonna watch this again. This is great. I want to show Siobhan. I want to show my boys. It's great. It's a great, great show. We'll see how it ends. I'm scared. But every time I've been scared, I've been remarkably pleasantly surprised. So let's jump back into it. Here we go.
You're being very loud.
Can I have my headphones on?
Yeah, but you're still hitting the drums very loudly and I can hear it through the wall. Are you angry at anything in particular? Or have you decided to finally have a rebellious phase?
Netflix.
Maybe I do just ruin people's lives. Would it be better if I didn't exist?
You're not ruining my life.
Did you want to get lunch together? I can't. Where's Charlie? I thought he'd be here. I thought he was eating with you. I was so worried about him joining the rugby team and becoming friends with you because I knew that he'd get picked on by some of the idiots in your year. Why is he avoiding you?
I think maybe he's finding it hard having to lie to people about us. He's not angry about me being in the closet or anything. He knows I'm not ready to come out.
He probably wants to be something more than secret guy you kiss sometimes on the down low. And if you can't give him more than that, it's always going to make him feel a little bit crap about himself.
Okay.
Oh no.
You are the only year 10 who has failed to sign up for an event.
Yes?
You'll be doing the 200 metres for Team Blue. That's the only event with space left.
But miss, I can't run.
You really can't.
You hate running, I'll run it for you. Thanks. It's fine. I'm just sorry.
Year 10s and 11s doing the 200 metres.
Sorry for everything.
You obsessed with me or something?
Shut the fuck up.
You don't get to have an opinion about anything I do.
Do you want me to go around telling people about you and Nick?
Do you want me to go around telling people about me and you?
Mm-hmm.
Just leave me alone.
I made it so hard for you to tell me.
Should have been looking out for you as much as you were looking out for me.
Is it awful being at home without me?
Yes. Everything's awful without you.
I was gonna tell you something.
Sure.
I know people have hurt you, and you feel like I'd be better off without you, but I need you to know that my life is way better because I met you. You are the kindest, most thoughtful and caring and an amazing person in the whole world. My favourite person.
Nick.
I need you to believe me.
Nick, I believe you.
That was cool.
What if I came out?
Do you really want to?
I really want to. I'm definitely bisexual. And I don't want to have to sneak around pretending we're platonic BFFs. I want to tell the people who matter.
Yeah.
And I want you to be able to tell people too. Oh my god, I like you so much. I like Charlie Spring! In a romantic way, not just a friend way!
Does this mean we're boyfriends?
Yes! Was that not already established the last 10 times we made out? Whoa! You're my boyfriend! I'm your boyfriend! We're boyfriends! Dad, drop me! He's my boyfriend. Charlie's my boyfriend. I wanted you to know.
Oh, baby. Oh, I'm sorry if I ever made you feel like you couldn't tell me that.
Right.
You don't have to say you like girls if you don't.
No, it's called bisexuality. If you've heard of that.
I have heard of that.
Sort of.
I wasn't born in the 18th century. Oh, I love you. Oh.
This fucking show! That was the happiest goddamn show I can remember. As far as just like I'm speechless. That was great. As a parent, that is exactly like I've had that conversation in my head with either of my sons, just like because you never know, but I never want to feel like I never ever want them to feel like they couldn't tell me, or even the idea that they would be nervous about telling me. And that's exactly how it would go in my head, right? It's like God, like that's you're good. I'm so proud of you for being able to say it out loud, and I'm sorry that like if you ever felt like you couldn't to me, like that's God damn it, it's so good. I was waiting for like why you get Olivia Colman for this role, you know what I mean? Because she really didn't do much except for that scene, and even in that scene it was mostly the actor playing Nick, doing the heavy lifting. God, that was beautiful. That was so beautiful. What a show. Like, part of me does not want them to do a season 2. And, the whole, it's official, another season is coming thing popped up after. I don't know if I want them to, because at this point, it all was lovely. You know what I mean? It was all pretty realistic. Whereas, yeah, you have some outliers and douchebags, especially on social media, giving people shit. You have the guy who is too scared, and probably because of his home life, let's be real, Ben is probably not the problem. His parents are probably the problem. It usually is. You know what I mean? But he's too scared to make that leap, which is understandable, but the part that's not understandable is taking it out on Charlie. I'm like crying. That was beautiful, man. That was a beautiful show. And I'll be here for season 2, don't get me wrong. But like, what I'm afraid of with season 2 is eventually they have to get into more of the negative, you know, societal bullshit that's gonna come. And, you know, unless they're gonna, you know, go more adult themed with it, and, you know, the pitfalls of not only, you know, mostly the sexual aspect of, you know, people coming of age and discovering themselves that way too. You know what I mean? Like, all we've really seen is kissing, and that's great, and that's adorable, and I love it. But, you know, eventually shit's gonna kick up, and, you know, that creates problems for any couple, gay, straight, or otherwise. That would be interesting to get into, I guess, you know, being that I would assume the actors are well over 18, you know? And we're crying, man. That's great. That's a great fucking show. And, yeah, we'll be here for season 2 for sure. Probably as a full season drop, whenever that comes, sometime next year, hopefully. But, what a great show. Like, I'm gonna recommend that to everybody. Like, that's the show everyone should watch. That was beautiful. Like, it was scary because of expectation, but exceeded expectation at every turn. It was great. God damn it, that was great. Thank you guys for watching with me. Thank you for letting it win the poll. Thank you so much for bringing this into my life, because it was awesome. But yeah, leave comments. Let me know what you thought. Did you hate it? Because if you did, you're an idiot. It's fucking great. I loved it. And keep an eye out for the poll. Decide what we do August 1st. I have no idea. I haven't even begun to decide what to put on that fucking poll. I don't even know all the shows that have come out recently. I have no idea, but we'll come up with 5. We'll figure something out. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it. That was awesome. We'll talk to you next time.